I'm Lisa, the artist behind Lachri Fine Art. It is Tuesday, so I'm here to critique one of your original paintings or drawings. If you have an original painting or drawing that you would like to submit for critique, head over to my website, lachri.com/critiques. That link is below in the video description, and you can submit your work there. Today's submission comes from artist Nora, who has tons of places on the internet where you can see more of her work. I'll have links to all of those in the video description. Nora has completed this piece using graphite. Her goals were realism. This is just such a gorgeous piece. It has a sort of unique style because of the way that you've done the heavy outlines, and they're done so consistently throughout the piece that it just feels well balanced, very beautiful. Your shading is gorgeous. You've got great contrast, really strong piece here. Looking at a few things we can adjust to improve on this even more. You said that your goals were realism. Now, before I go too heavy into making this look more realistic or talking about that, I do want to say, if you wanted the heavy outlines, if you're going for a more illustrative look and not so much like a photograph, then these lines are beautiful. This isn't a situation where having a more illustrative look is lesser than or greater than something that looks more photorealistic. It really is going to depend completely on what you're looking for. And because I don't really know what you're looking for, I will go ahead and do this critique as though you wanted it to be more realistic. But I do want to say, if your goals were a more illustrative look, this is beautiful. You have done such a good job. I would be thrilled to have this hanging on my wall. I don't want to make it sound like if your goals were that more illustrative style that there's something wrong with that, because there definitely is not. But let's say we wanted to make this look more like a photograph. The big thing that I would change here are the heavy outlines. You don't want to have outlines on anything that is looking super realistic. Now, you guys know I love high contrast, so here, if I wanted a lot of shadows or wanted that high contrast, I would make them fade more like what you've got on the horse's necks. You've got that heavy shadow, but it fades more softly into the rest of the horse. So that is more what I'm talking about with the shadows instead of the heavy line. Whereas when we look at the horse's faces, you've got the line that continues around there as well. To make that look more realistic, I would drop out that line and either darken the background so the light portions of the horse's faces stand out, or you can even let some of that fade into the background. You don't have to have definite contrast all the way around your entire subject. It's okay if some of the lines are softer and kind of fade into the background a little bit. But anytime that you're going for a super realistic look, you will not want heavy outlines anywhere. If we look at the Italian Greyhound drawing that I've done here in graphite, this is very similar in the tones that I used in the shading, but notice there are no heavy outlines, yet I still have that realistic look, and I still have areas where, my notes are on my lap, but I have areas around the neck and the nose that are separated from the background, even though I left my background white as well. So this is something that you can achieve without having to outline everything. Next would be on the manes. You've got more of the individual strands there, and instead I would work more in terms of clumps of hair. Get those shadows in there, and I talk about this a lot in my portraits, where I'm working in terms of clumps and not individual strands. The individual strands work again for that illustrative look, but if you want it to look more realistic, you want to shade that a little bit softer and have it fade from the lights and the darks and only have a few individual strands, but not quite so many lines going through them. But like I said, I love the piece that you've done. I think that it's more stylized, and the style that goes through it is so consistent throughout. There's not just one big heavy outline going through the horses. You've balanced that line very well, and so the overall piece is really, really strong. Very beautiful work. Again, if you guys want to see more of Nora's work, you can head over to one of the several links below in the video description to check that out. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, I have new video critiques every Tuesday where I'm critiquing your original paintings or drawings, my own speed paintings, drawings, and tutorials every Wednesday, social media tips for artists each Thursday, and artist vlogs every weekend. So if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Google+, all those social media sites. The links are below in the video description where you can keep up with news, my newest work, and see real-time clips of whatever it is I'm currently working on. I'll see you guys tomorrow.